Today we're finding the product of the roots for this logarithmic equation. It looks complicated at first, but we'll see that with just one basic formula, this is actually very easy to solve. The formula you need is basically the first one you learn while working with logarithms. First, let's see what our restrictions are. We know that the argument of a logarithm must be greater than 0, and the base must be greater than 0 and not equal to 1. Inside the parentheses, we have the common logarithm, log x. Since x is the argument, it must be greater than 0. Because log x also acts as the base for the outer logarithm, log x must be greater than 0 and cannot equal 1. The argument of this logarithm needs to be greater than 0 too, which means log x must be greater than 2/9. We'll keep these in mind and check them later. In the first step, we use the definition of a logarithm. If log base b of a equals c, then b to the power of c equals a. Essentially, to what power must we raise a base b to get a specific number a? Applying this to our equation, we can rewrite it as log x to the power of 2, or log x all squared, equals log x minus 2/9. 2 is the number we raise our base, log x, to get log x minus 2/9. This now turns into a quadratic equation. Let's move everything to one side and simplify by removing the fraction. We'll multiply the entire equation by 9. To solve this, we will use substitution where t is equal to log x. This gives us the quadratic. 9t squared minus 9t plus 2 equals 0. You can choose how you want to solve this. Use the quadratic formula if you prefer. But I'll just factor it here because it's a simple one. Factoring gives us 3t minus 1 times 3t minus 2 equals 0. This gives us two possible values for t, and they are 1/3 and 2/3. Now we substitute log x back in. We have log x equals 1/3 and log x equals 2/3. Let's look back at our restrictions. We will definitely get an x greater than 0 in the next step, so that won't be a problem. Our log x values are also valid. We have two positive numbers, 1/3 and 2/3. They are not 1, and they are both greater than 2/9. To get the final values for x, we use the definition of a logarithm once more. If log x is 1/3, we know that 1/3 is the exponent we need to put on top of our base 10 to get x. So the first x is 10 to the power of 1/3. Similarly, for the second root, we get 10 to the power of 2/3. The question asks for the product of the roots. When we multiply powers with the same base, we add the exponents. 1/3 plus 2/3 is equal to 3/3, or 1. So our final answer is 10 to the power of 1, which is just 10. If you liked this video, you can find more treasures in the attic by subscribing. Until next time, take care of the logic and the beauty will follow. Enjoy the rest of your day.